Former President Donald Trump attending the wake for slain NYPD Officer Jonathan Diller. It happened yesterday. He's calling out the lack of order in this country.
The family is devastated. The police force is devastated. It's happening more and more, and it's really a lack of respect for law and order, and we have to have law and order back in our country, and we're going to. It's getting worse and worse for police because we're not taking care of them. We're not allowing them to do their job properly.
Yep, this as assaults on police officers are increasing, with over 65,000 in 2022. Joining us now is the host of Crime Camp 24/7, back on Fox Nation, and he's back with us, retired Tulsa Police Lieutenant Sticks Larkin. Sean, your reaction, is the president overstating it when he says there's just a lack of respect for police officers, lack of law and order on the streets?
No, it's absolutely spot on. It's something we've seen growing over the last several years. Officer Diller was killed here in New York City. Just here in New York City alone in 2 years, the number of assaults against police officers is almost 25% has increased. In Minnesota, the number of police officers shot at since 2017 compared to 2023 is almost quadrupled. I mean, this is happening across the country, and we've seen this movement where the police are the villains, the police are the bad guys, and it's empowering these criminals that are out on the streets.
So sometimes, do you believe the President of the United States, the current President of the United States, should at least made the call, let alone go out? He could be there, chop her into Farmingdale, Long Island, and chop her back to Radio City.
Absolutely. Listen, the fundraiser he had here in New York City last night obviously was something pre-planned before this officer was murdered. He landed 6 miles away from where this incident happened. It was 30 miles away from where the wake happened. He was here earlier enough in the day. You make an adjustment to your schedule to pay respect to that officer, to his family, to his profession.
What about the people that say, well, they don't really support him and he didn't know if he'd be welcomed? What do you say to that?
Well, you're the President of the United States. People in office, celebrities and things like that, they speak out when a police officer kills somebody, even before the investigation is even complete, even if it's justifiable. You right away, somebody is speaking out about it. Afford the officer that same thing. You stand up, you speak. I know the press secretary had something to say, but you're the President of the United States. This is the largest city in our country, largest police department in our country. A young cop with 3 years on the department, a 1-year-old child, you need to say something.
It would help. And now, what is your reaction to the about 100,000 people are going to be descending on this town of Massapequa where this officer lived, Jonathan Diller?
Yeah.
Why is this so important for people? They're coming as far as Texas.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, in 2020, we had, at the height of the anti-police movement, this defund the police movement in July, we had 2 police officers shot in my city, Tulsa, Oklahoma, one of which died. And the support that we saw there meant so much to every single, officer that puts that uniform on there, not just in our city, across the country, to publicly see that type of support.
Crime Camp 24/7, new season. We have a clip. What are we going to see?
Man, the viewers are going to tune in here for season 2, and you're going to see things caught on police dash cam, body cam. But what's different about this, we saw surveillance cameras, cell phone cameras, home ring cameras. The things that I love about this, not just the crimes that you see citizens themselves fighting back, holding these guys accountable.
Let's watch.
When no one responds to her banging, she tries a different approach. She fires a round at the door, leading to the interior of the station. If she didn't have the attention of officers before, she does now.
What was she doing?
This was a woman that actually showed up at a police station with a gun and tried shooting through the ballistic glass that was there. And listen, officers tried to negotiate with her. People need to tune in and see how it ended. All
right, Sticks Larkin, great to see you. Great to see you in studio. Sadly, we have a lot of crime to talk about. We need an expert on standby. Thank you. There you go.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.